Hi, everyone. So as Beanie said, I went on the X39 patch around 4 months ago, and I was introduced to it from my esthetician. And she had been on it for a couple months and had really noticed, some positive results. And she knew that I had experienced a back injury at the end of last year where I had some pretty serious sciatica pain. And I no longer had the sciatica pain, but it kind of left my back unstable. And I still was having some sacral issues, sacrum pain, glute pain, and it was really inhibiting my ability to be able to get back and do the kind of exercise that I was used to being able to do. And so she thought it might help me. So I went on the patch. And in the first, I'd say week, I immediately noticed a big difference in my back. I would say that it was not at a point where it was excruciating or anything like that, but it was just kind of an annoyance. And like I said, prevented me from doing some things. So I immediately noticed that the pain went down probably about 80%. And I also noticed that when it did come, and I've noticed this for 4 months, that when I might exercise or do something where I can feel like maybe it's tweaked it, I don't feel fearful that it's going to stay because I know it's going to go away. And I know that when it does come, it's way less than it was. And I feel like it continues to progressively get better. So that was a huge plus for me. The other thing I noticed is I was nursing kind of a hamstring. I don't know whether it was a pull or a tear, but it was a hamstring pain up by my glute for probably the last couple of years. It would be just kind of nagging on and off. And that was healed very quickly too. I've not noticed that in 4 months, which is great. So that was kind of in the first month, the two things that I noticed. Then in the second month, I was actually on one of the testimonial calls and I heard about how it can really improve your scars. And I thought, oh, wow, I had surgery like 12 years ago and I had a scar on the back of my arm. And I said, I wonder if, it's improved at all. So I don't really look at it that much. So I went and I'm like, oh my God, it like has just about totally gone away. And then I also had some numbness in the back of my arm where I had nerve damage from the surgery. And I felt my arm and I'm like, wow, it's no longer numb either. So it improved my scars, it improved the numbness. That was like in the second month. Then in the third month, I haven't really noticed much of a big difference in my sleep, but I did start noticing, what a lot of people have said, just really vivid dreams. I'm definitely remembering a lot more of my dreams and they are more vivid to me. And then I've also started noticing more hair growth where I, had like on my part, it was getting a little bit, sparse, but in certain areas, but I've really noticed that my hair has grown, it grows really, really fast. And I feel like it's filling in those areas. And then in the fourth month, I just started going on Alavita and Aeon as well. And so it's only been a month. I feel like the combination of Alavita and the X39 is helping my face. I feel like, it's probably things that I would notice, but I feel as though, when I look up close in the mirror, I can see, it's almost like, you have fillers where I can feel my fine lines are going away. So I definitely feel a difference there. And then with the Aeon patch, I'm actually noticing, I think I'm sleeping a little bit better. I'm not waking up as much, which is good too. So I'm excited to see, and I started glutathione as well. Just for an antioxidant. So I don't have any, real results from that, but I'm excited to try the other patches.
That's awesome. And I wanted, one of the things that you told me when we were talking, which I think was really amazing, is when you went to your Pilates teacher. What did she say?
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't bring that up. Yeah, so during COVID, I used to go to Pilates and I had instruction. And so I hadn't gone there for a while. So I'd been back after, it was probably the first month after I got on the patch. And again, my back pain was feeling better. But she looked at me and she was like, God, what did you do? Because my alignment was, I used to be, because of my sacral issues, really had a nasty torque like in my pelvis. And she noticed like a huge difference in my alignment. that she, she no longer had to keep, adjusting me. And she just was pretty amazed by it. And she still, every week, I think she's waiting for it to go back or something. And every week I go to her, it's still there. And I also just don't have to go to the chiropractor as much to get adjusted, because I just feel like, again, I'm in alignment. So it kind of helps me keep things. But thanks for bringing that up, Amy. I did forget about that.
Yeah. And then what happened? What did she do because of your results?
She got on it because she actually has similar sacrum issues. And so she's gone on it as well. And she feels like it's really helping her too.